The alien exploration fleet was moving slowly through deep space. This area was silent, empty. Nothing important was supposed to be here. Commander Virex stood on the bridge, watching the dark stars ahead. Everything was calm. Then the scanners made a sound. At first, it was soft, just a warning tone. An officer looked at the screen and frowned. "Commander, we are detecting something." Virex turned. "What kind of object?" The officer hesitated. "We do not know. The signal does not match any record." The scanner display began to change. Numbers jumped up and down. Size readings increased, then stopped, then increased again. "That is not possible," another officer said. "This must be a system error." Virex stepped closer. "Run a full scan." The lights on the bridge dimmed as the scanners used more power. Data filled the screens. The room grew quiet. Then a message appeared on the main display. "Object Psi is impossible." The crew froze. "Reset the scanners," Virex ordered. They did. The same result appeared again. Energy reading spiked. Not natural. Not random. This was built. Controlled. "Commander," the sensor officer whispered, "these are not asteroids or stations." Virex's eyes narrowed. "Then what are they?" The answer came as the darkness ahead changed. Huge shapes moved out of the shadows. Cold metal reflected distant starlight. Blue lights glowed along massive hulls. Ships. Not one. Not two. An entire fleet. Silence filled the bridge. The scanners updated one final time. Identification. Human warships. Virex felt something new tighten in his chest. Fear. "These are not explorers," he said quietly. "They were waiting." The bridge stayed silent. No alarms. No weapons fire. Only the slow movement of the human warships outside the viewports. Commander Virex forced himself to breathe. He had studied humans before. Every commander had. Humans were listed as a young species, divided by politics, emotional, not considered a serious threat. That record felt like a lie now. "Scan their ships again," Virex ordered. The sensor officer swallowed. "Already scanning, Commander." New data appeared. The human ships were massive, but that was not the worst part. Their armor was thick, layered, built to survive heavy damage. Energy readings were steady. "Calm. Too calm. They are fully powered," an officer said, "but they are not locking weapons." Virex frowned. "Why?" No one answered. Human ships moved into formation. Perfect lines. Equal distance. No wasted motion. It was not a show of strength. It was discipline. "They are controlling the space," the navigation officer said quietly. Without firing a single shot, Virex realized something then. The humans were not surprised. They were prepared. These warships were not built for attack, Virex said slowly. They were built for presence. The sensors picked up small changes. Human ships adjusted position, always keeping the same distance. They were watching, measuring. An alert blinked on the console. Human communication channel open. The signal was clean. Simple. No encryption tricks. "They want to talk," the officer said. Virex hesitated. No threats. No warning shots. Only silence and control. He looked at the human fleet again. At the comm lights. The unmoving weapons. For the first time, Virex understood the mistake his people had made. They had thought humans were weak. They were wrong. "Open the channel," Virex said. And somewhere in the dark, humanity listened. The first error was small. A single scanner blinked red, then returned to normal. No one reacted. Then it happened again. "Commander," the sensor officer said slowly, "our readings are changing." Commander Virex stepped closer. "Explain." The officer shook his head. "Human ships are still in the same position, but the energy levels are increasing." A warning tone echoed across the bridge. Another screen flashed. "Scan error, data overflow." "That should not happen," an engineer said. "Our systems can handle far greater loads." Yet the errors continued. Human ships did not move. They did not power weapons. They did nothing, and that was the problem. The scanners tried to read deeper. They searched inside the ships. What they found made no sense. Power cores that did not fluctuate, systems with backup systems and more backups, structures built around damage, not speed. These ships are not efficient, the engineer whispered. They are resilient. The lights dimmed again as scanners pulled more power. Then one console went dark. A second followed. We are losing sensor accuracy, the officer said. The human ships are too dense. Virex felt a chill. No shield spikes. No active defense. The ships were simply enduring the scans. They expected us to look, Virex said quietly. A new alert appeared. Unable to calculate maximum output, the bridge fell silent. Their science had limits. Human technology did not care. Navigation data showed something worse. The human fleet had adjusted position again. Not closer, not farther. Perfectly matched. They are maintaining control, the navigation officer said. They can move whenever they want. Virex realized the truth. Human warships were not built to win fast battles. They were built to survive long ones. And now, the scanners failed one last time. Not from damage, from fear. The communication screen glowed softly. No symbols, no complex alien code, just a simple human interface. Commander Virex stared at it. This was unexpected. Audio only, the officer said. No hidden signals. Virex nodded. Play it. The voice that filled the bridge was calm. Not loud, not proud. It sounded steady. This is Human Fleet Command. The voice said, you have entered protected space. The words were clear, basic, easy to understand. No threats followed. No demand. Virex waited. We detected your arrival before you detected us. The voice continued. We have no wish for conflict. The bridge crew exchanged looks. No wish for conflict? However, the human voice said, still calm, we are prepared for it. That single sentence changed everything. The scanners showed small movements. Human weapons did not aim, but power flowed through them. Controlled. Ready. This region is under human protection, the voice said. You may turn back safely. No countdown. No pressure. Just a choice. Virex felt something heavy settle in his mind. These humans were not begging for peace. They were offering it. Commander, an officer whispered, they are not trying to scare us. Virex understood. They do not need to. The human fleet held position, patient, unmoving. The message ended without ceremony. No final warning. No dramatic pause. Just silence. The bridge remained quiet. The humans had spoken once. They expected to be heard. Virex looked at the vast warships outside. They did not chase. They did not threaten. They waited. In that moment, Virex realized the difference. Many species use power to take. Humans use power to stand still. And standing still was enough. The alien fleet did not move. Neither did the humans. Time passed in silence. Commander Virex ordered a deeper analysis. Not of weapons. Not of shields. Study their design, he said. Not what it can do, but why it exists. Engineers and scientists worked together. Old data mixed with new scans. The results were disturbing. Human warships were not built for speed. They were heavy, slow. Every section was layered, metal on metal, systems inside systems. These ships expect damage, a scientist said. They are made to keep working while breaking. Virex listened. Life support systems had multiple backups. Control centers were spread out. No single point of failure. They planned for loss, the scientist continued. For fire, for silence, for long isolation. This was not the thinking of conquerors. This was survival thinking. Weapon systems were powerful, but careful. Limited firing arcs. Strong accuracy. They do not waste shots, an officer added. Every strike matters. Energy storage shocked the analysts most. Not explosive, not unstable. Endurance cores, built to last. They can fight longer than anyone, the engineer said, and they know it. Virex understood then. Humans did not build warships to scare others. They built them because they expected the worst. A species shaped by disasters, wars, extinction-level mistakes. They learned, Virex said quietly. They adapted. The report finished loading. One final line stood out. Human warship role. Deterrence, not invasion, not expansion. Warning, the humans were not waiting to attack. They were waiting to be tested. And no one in the bridge wanted to be first. Commander Virex stood in silence for a long moment. The human fleet remained where it was, unmoving, watching. No weapons fired, no threats given. Virex made his decision. Signal full retreat, he said. We will leave their space. No one argued. The alien fleet slowly turned away. Engines powered up. The distance between them and the human warships began to grow. The humans did not follow. They did not chase victory. They stayed. As the alien ships pulled back, a final human message arrived. Short, simple, safe travels. Nothing more. The channel closed. Virex released a breath he did not know he was holding. The danger was over. Back in alien space, reports were written. Data was shared across the galaxy. Scientists argued. Commanders listened. One truth became clear. Humanity had prepared for war long before anyone noticed. Not because they wanted it, because they feared it. The official galactic record changed that day. Humans were no longer listed as a minor species. They were reclassified. Status, strategic power. A new warning was added beneath it. Do not provoke. Among officers, a different name spread. Not official, but remembered. They called humans the Silent Guardians. A species that did not shout its strength. A fleet that did not need to move. They protected what was theirs and left others a choice. Far away, human warships remained on watch. Quiet, patient. Human commanders never knew how close war had come, and they did not need to, because the galaxy had learned its lesson. That first contact was not a battle. It was a message. Humanity was ready, and the universe was listening.